It's
introduce
my
you to
pleasure.
our community. I know everyone
Yes,
on your end already knows all the
yes.
amazing work that you're doing. And I'm
Thank
sure they're
you.
looking forward to seeing what you have to share tonight as well. And we'll double the
Awesome.
love over here on our community at the Sexiest Beauty and want to
Yes,
hear all
yes.
about your story.
All
So
right.
yeah, I have
Thank
a
you
little
so much for
intro
having
for
you
share with
have a
everyone.
little intro for me?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I
All right.
do. You look beautiful tonight too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I love your
Thank you.
colors. We've got our,
Running around with grandkids, so I threw something on. So thank you for complimenting me.
yeah, it's very festive. I love the shirt with the sleeves and really
Yes,
pretty.
it's like an elephant.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
blouse actually.
it's beautiful. And I wanted
Thank
to do
you.
something a little bright too, and for the
Yeah,
festive occasion tonight because we do
yeah.
have a lot to
You look
celebrate.
beautiful. You look beautiful with your red lipstick. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. So, well, we do want to introduce you to our community tonight. So I'll share a little bit about you with them,
Okay.
if you'll indulge me. I'll introduce Bungai Malloy, also known as Ms. B, to her friends and family and the girls. And Bungai is the CEO and founder of the American African Youth Leadership Federation, also known as AAYLF, which is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help empower young women and end child marriages. Bungai was born and raised in Zimbabwe and came to the US in 1985 in search of a better education and a better life. After working as a social worker in Pennsylvania, here where I met her, I'm so happy to have met her in person. We got together and had lunch and with our friend John, who introduced us. She's been here for more than 20 years and started the American African Youth Leadership Foundation in 2010. So that's over 10 years ago now, in the hopes of helping the girls in underserved communities, both in Pennsylvania and in Zimbabwe. Her passion is to help the girl child orphans since they are the most vulnerable. Her organization helps them focus on education, not forced child marriages, therefore equipping them with the necessary tools needed for their success. Her motto is touching tomorrow's leaders today. AAYLF's mission is to empower vulnerable girls through education to overcome poverty, domestic abuse, and child marriage. AAYLF combats gender inequality and breaks the cycle of poverty by providing full funding to girls in Zimbabwe to stay in school and attend college so they can escape the threat of child marriage and have the opportunity to live an independent and self-sustaining life. These are some things we take for granted here. As you know, the Sexiest Beauty's mission is to empower you with the tools that you need to be the best you can be and to be of service to the global community. So it's a perfect match, and I'm extremely honored to have met Bungai and learned about her mission and recently been elected to her board to assist her and the team to help these young ladies. So I wanted to introduce you personally tonight to Bungai to share her story and something special that she's got in the works right now. And I'm thrilled she agreed to join us here today after we teased it a little bit earlier in the week and did a little
Yes.
Giving Back Tuesday initiative that we're running through tonight as well. So Bungai, welcome to our Facebook Live. We're excited to have you and have a few questions for you when you're ready.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited and I'm looking forward to our conversation tonight. I'm ready.
Me
Thank you.
too. Awesome. You're always ready, Bungai. With a big smile. I love that. So, can you tell us a little bit about your organization and what you do?
Okay. Oh, sure. I'll be more than happy to do that.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you so much for that introduction. And just like you were saying in your introduction, AAYLF, just like it says, American and African Youth Leadership Foundation, and our mission is to empower young vulnerable girls through education. So the AA part of it comes from American, which is here because I also live here in the United States, and the other A is for the African part of it because most of my girls also are in Africa. So America and Africa for the AA. And both girls that I work with between the two continents, they are vulnerable in some kind of way, similar but not similar at the same time. But the whole mission is to just empower these young vulnerable girls through education and leadership skills. So here in the United States where I live, I empower the girls in my local area through teaching them etiquette, social graces, and leadership skills. And then in Zimbabwe, which is where I come from and I grew up there, we empower them through education. Like you said, we take a lot of things for granted. Education there for most of these girls is not, something that you take for granted. So we just make sure that they stay in school and they continue with their dreams and they have ambitions. So they if they cannot go to school for various reasons, which I'll be explaining later, we just make sure that we keep them in school and they continue to become who they become to break that cycle of poverty. So that's what our organization does.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
really such an amazing mission. I've really enjoyed learning more about it and hearing how you're working both here
Hmm.
domestically and abroad. I think that's so unique how you've brought the two worlds
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I've learned so much about
Yes.
these girls. What prompted
Yes.
you to start this organization, Bungai?
What a great question. And that question is really loaded. It's a long, for me to get into that. I mean, we need like a whole day, but I'm going to try my best to summarize it the best I can so that you really will understand, why am I doing what I'm doing and what made me, do what I'm doing. So, like I said, I grew up in Zimbabwe. I was born there, I was raised there, and my mom and dad, they had like 12 kids. We were eight girls and three boys, but we also lived next to my grandparents, my mother's parents. We were walking distance from each other, so we'll see our grandparents every day. So one day, I think we were about, myself, my sister, and my other sister, the three of us, we were about the same age, like 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And one day, here comes this girl at my grandfather's house, and we didn't know who she was, wondering, what is she doing here? And we asked my mom, we asked my grandparents, and then my mom told us one day that she is your grandfather's wife. This girl was 12 as well. And we were about the same age. So we said, she's our grandfather's wife. She said, yeah, now you have to call her grandmom. I'm like, what are you talking about? How can I call somebody? She's my age. I can't call her grandmom. And my grandmom is there. But anyway, we were young. So my mom explained to us that this young girl's parents, due to poverty in their family, they sold, I don't want to use the word sold, but that's exactly what happened. They gave her to my grandfather, who gave them 10 cows so that he can marry her and they can take the 10 cows, and the 10 cows will be used to sell or use as food, meat. So they took the 10 cows, and then here she is. She was just dropped off by her father and her brother,
Hmm.
and they just said, here, this is your new home now, and off they go. So watching this girl, being miserable with my grandfather, she hated being there. And she will tell us that she really wanted to go to school because, remember, we're also going to school, my sisters and I, and she wanted to become a nurse, as she would have liked to continue with school, but because of that never happened. So she would cry to us all the time, I really wanted to go to school with you guys. And even when we came back from school, we'll be playing outside, little girls, we play outside, we play rock, we play, fish. I remember all that. She was not allowed to do that because now she has to take herself as a woman, but she was not a woman. She really wanted to play with us, but because of her situation, she was not allowed to do that. So just to think about, I'm gonna make it a short story. So that's what happened to this young girl. And the long story also, she ended up running away 2 years later. She
Mm.
told us that she was going to run away.
Right.
But, when I came to the United States in 1985 and went to school and finished school, this girl always, she was stuck to my mind and stuck to
Mhm.
my heart. I kept thinking about her, like when she ran away, what happened to her? Was she able to continue with school, and was she able to become a nurse that she wanted to become?
Right.
So, that bothered me a lot. And I said, wait a minute, I'm working now. I was fortunate enough to come to this country and further my education. I can do something about this. Although I was not able to help this girl, but I can certainly help other girls. So that girl was the one who really inspired me to do what I'm doing today.
Hmm.
And I hope I answered your question, in a long answer, but that's exactly what happened. This
Yeah.
girl inspired me. Her story inspired me to do something, and that's when I started my nonprofit organization in 2010,
Right.
and I've been doing this since then.
Right. That's such a
Yeah,
powerful story. And I think that was the short version of it, Bungai.
very short. Yeah, very
That's
short.
a yeah, I mean, what a powerful story. And
Yeah.
what was her name? What is her name? Do you
Her name was Lucia. I can't remember
Lucia?
her last name,
Okay.
but her name was, I mean, I can see her face up to today. I can see, her in
Sure.
my mind. And her tears, I will never forget that.
No.
And one thing that bothers me up to this day is that we didn't ask her, like, where are you running away to? Where are
Right,
you
right.
going?
Sure.
Yeah. If I had,
Maybe
but we were kids too, that never came to my mind that
sure.
I should ask her where she's going. All we wanted for her was for her to get away from my grandparents and go somewhere. So I will never find out, what happened to her. But my prayer is that hopefully she was able to go to another family that
Hmm.
was able to help her with her ambition. I know she
Right.
didn't go back to her parents, because what happens with these girls is if she runs away and go back to her family, because now remember the family took 10 cows from my grandfather,
Right.
they will chase her back. They will say, go back, because we don't have the 10 cows to return to this man,
Right.
so you have to go there. So I
Right.
know she didn't go there. That much I know.
That's a very sad outcome
Very
that
sad.
that's not even an option for the
Yeah,
child, the young girl to go back to her family because
yeah,
they would owe money that they probably don't
yep,
have. They're not able to repay. And I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it almost forced her either into
yep,
this
yeah.
situation or to go run away and find another
Find another
situation.
family to, yeah, yeah,
It's
they
such a
don't have a voice, you don't have a say.
right.
It's like, the way it happens is like, one day you are happy with your family, even if you are poor, but you are happy your mom and
Sure.
dad are there. But one day you just wake up and your dad will tell you, pack your bags, you are going to this man, you have never met this man, you don't know who he is. And here, all of a sudden they leave you there, and the trauma that comes with that is just unbearable. But I know
Yeah.
it still happens. Sometimes we'll be like, this is 2020, how can this happen?
Right.
But it's still happening,
It's still
in a lot of
happening. And
different countries.
from what you've described, it's a common practice, and it may not end anytime soon. And what you can do is what you're doing, and try to help each and every girl that you can. And we
Yes,
we do want to hear more about that.
yes,
Which is, if you could just tell us, there is a bigger program, obviously, that you work on year round, and then we have a holiday, not a little, but you have a holiday initiative that you have ongoing. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
yes, absolutely. Yeah, we do have a bigger program, a program that we do all year round,
Hmm.
but always for December, it's Christmas time, everybody's jolly, we want to give these girls a happy day, so that they can, for just for one day, forget about their problems, forget about their situations. So on Christmas, Christmas time, they'll pick a day closer to Christmas, if not Christmas Day. So at the school that we partnered with as AAYLF,
Hmm.
there are some girls that do not go home from school. They stay all year round at the
Mhm.
school due to, some live a very long distance and they don't have money to go back and forth, to and from school all the time. But the majority of them, they stay at the school because they fear that if they go back home on holidays, they will be at risk again of being married off.
Right,
So they would rather stay at school so that they are away from their, whoever was supposed to marry them off, they're away from that person. So they just stay at school. So, for us as an organization, Christmas time, we are requesting $15 a girl. Remember, now we have 100 girls that stay at this boarding school. Boarding, it's not like a boarding, but we have like a housing
okay,
program we have for them because they don't have anywhere to go, so they
right.
stay there. So we are going to give them. We are collecting $15 per girl, which totals to 1,500 for the whole 100 girls. So for that 100 girls, $15 each is going to give them a nice Christmas dinner, and we are going to give them each a basket, like a Christmas gift basket. And in the basket, we will put several items that every
Mhm.
girl will need. Um, Not even just things for fun, but really things that they need, things that we take for granted here.
Right.
Things like toothbrush, toothpaste, washcloth, wash soap,
Mhm.
deodorant, sanitary pads. We put like a little bag of candy, a little bag of cookies, just to
Mhm.
make it fun for them. And then we'll also put a journal for 2020 so they can write their things in there throughout the year. So that's what's going to be in the basket. So we are just pleading to everybody that's listening today that,
Mhm.
if you can donate $15, or you can sponsor 5 girls, it doesn't matter how many girls you can sponsor, so that we can give them a nice, memorable Christmas that they will remember forever and ever. And it's only going to cost us $15 each. And, so that's what we are doing.
That's amazing. And I understand you did this last year and you went back and you were just there recently and they were asking you, Bungai, Miss B, please, can we have the holiday
Yes,
baskets again? And
I
you said, okay.
yes, I was there in November, so I went to see them at the school, and because they had such a nice time last year, last year was the first time we did it, and they enjoyed themselves. They had a good time. So when I was there, they were like all over me, Miss B, don't forget, we need a Christmas
Yeah.
party. I said, yes, we are having a Christmas party. I didn't even think about, where am I going to get the money from, but I just, say we are going to do it, and I'm faithful, we are going to do it, and that's where I'm stand, and I know we are going to do it, so we are going to raise the money for them.
I have a feeling whatever you set your heart and mind to do, it's happening.
I'm hopeful, I'm
And
hopeful.
your prayers, I know you pray
Yes,
and you have the
yes,
faith that it's
yes,
going to
yes.
happen and we want to
Yep,
do
I
every
promised them, so no matter what,
right.
we have to do it, it's going to happen,
No
so
matter what. And this is in addition and above and beyond everything that you already do and
yeah.
your organization throughout the year. So you're already
Yes,
sponsoring, is it 85 girls you're sponsoring in their education
yes,
and so this is
yes,
and that's an ongoing year-round initiative that you've been doing and adding as many girls as you can each year with the support that you're able to generate
yes,
and this is above and beyond that. So it's a special very
yes.
special fundraising that we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to talk about tonight. $15 for each girl. If it's
Mhm.
$5, someone can contribute, or $2. Every dollar will
Mhm.
count. That'll buy a
Yep.
toothbrush and some toothpaste, even.
Yeah.
Or like as Bungai said, if someone were able to sponsor a number of girls or give a lump
Yes.
sum,
Yep.
every penny will help. I know you shared with
Absolutely.
me um, you're already getting towards your goal, Bungai,
Hmm.
and we
Yes.
have some good news to share on that,
Yes.
which
Let me see if I
is
can share. Maybe I can share it on our
because I
screen
know
here
it.
so people can see, because
Okay,
I'm really happy with the way it's going. and we are now at $1,015, and I mean you can't beat that. That's really something, but we are continuing to ask so that we can reach our goal.
Yes,
Even if we exceed our goal, I will be very happy, because the money can go towards a lot of other things that we still need for the girls.
that's right.
So people can continue. Oops.
Sanitary pads are a big
Yeah,
issue, and it's a commodity that we take for granted that
yeah.
you've included
I
in
don't know
their
what's going on.
basket for Christmas. But if there's extra monies, you can include additional sanitary pads, and these are things that they need so that they can go to school every
Mm-hmm.
month.
Yep. Okay,
Every
here it
month
is.
these things are needed. Um, so
I'm
that's wonderful that we're getting towards your goal. We
Yeah.
have another
I'm
third of the way to go.
Yes, we are. I was trying to find the button to share. Oh, there it is.
You got it,
I see. I told you I'm technically challenged. I was looking for it.
but you did it.
You did, yeah. So
You're
yeah, so
technically
see where we
savvy.
are. We are almost there, but we still have a long way to go. But
Sure.
again, we are hopeful that we will get there. I'm really hopeful that we can exceed our goal, and we can use the extra money for extra things like you said, extra sanitary pads for the
Right.
girls. Yeah. So even if we get to our goal, people can still continue to um to donate. And
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna take it off now so we can go back to our
Okay.
conversation.
That's
Yeah, I just
wonderful.
wanted people to see that. I hope they saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's great to show the
Yay.
progress and to be transparent about what has
Yeah.
been generated so far, how much we have to
Yes.
go, and also what we'll do with the additional if there's, if we're lucky enough to
Yeah.
go beyond the goal. That's really
Right.
just the minimum. The
Yeah.
$1,500 is really the minimum so that you can do a little something for these girls for the
Yeah.
holidays.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. If I
so
can also.
so how can people help Bungai? Where can we?
Oh my goodness, people can help in so many ways. People
Mhm.
can help. We just need to get to our goal. So I need people, if people are listening out there, or if you will watch this later on, I need your help. And you can um, help us get to our goal, which is 1,500 or beyond that. And you can do that by donating to, I put all the links that you can donate to on this video, and we can continue to share those links in the comment sections. And you can do PayPal, you can do Cashapp, you can do Zelle, you can do what else do we have? Venmo. So, whatever way you can donate, that will be, really helpful, and we will appreciate that. So, yeah, $15, will make a girl's Christmas, she will be very happy with that Christmas dinner, and a little gift for Christmas. I know here we buy a lot of toys. I have like three grandkids here, and I spend a lot of money. There you go. Yay! Yeah,
I
that's
love
teacher
seeing all
Rashai
the
right there. She is the teacher that we partnered with. She's the one I work with the girls. She knows all the girls, and she's the one who helps us select the girls that are at risk of getting married off. She also
right.
knows everybody who is on waiting list. So, without teacher Rashai, I will be nowhere. So I really do appreciate her. So yeah, that's me beginning of this year, sometime in May. That was my first visit this year to Zimbabwe. And oh, that's all the girls. Yeah, some of them,
Yeah,
not all of them.
right.
Yeah.
I love this picture. I love their smile. I love all the pictures, but I love the group of them
Yeah.
here and they're waving
Yes.
and you're always
Yes.
in the center and they're
Yeah. 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 I try to
enjoying your
share the pictures with everybody so people can see what we are doing and see the faces of the people they are helping. So I just like to share, everything with them.
I love this video clip here where you're in the classroom
Yes.
with
Yes.
them and
Yes.
there's
Yes.
the teacher and you're
Yes.
showing.
Yeah,
how they redid the classroom, but yet it's still very minimal.
very, very, yeah. Yeah, that day was that's November when I last, went there this past month.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I love seeing you there in the classroom. I love seeing how how much they love being around you,
Oh,
and
they
and
do.
I'm sure they
I just love them. And they call me mom. So
yeah,
I gave birth to two boys and I never had girls. But I tell people that I have so many daughters, they all call me mom. So every time I go there, I feel like I'm this mom to all these girls. So
yeah,
I'm happy about that.
you are. You're like Mother
Yeah.
Bee. So okay, so we have the links in the comments and in the chat and in the caption to donate. We also have them, they're both on your platform as well as
Mhm.
my personal Heather Fink and the Sexiest Beauty. There's also a link in both of my bios on Instagram, that goes directly into your the give back.
Yeah.
So you can DM us, text us, call us, email us, come by our house, however,
Yes.
whatever it takes, we'll come by your house.
Yes. 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 Yes.
We
We'll
want to
come
do
and
whatever.
collect.
Yeah, yeah, to help and to
Absolutely.
collect the money, so that don't let
Yes.
that anything hold you back. If you're having any difficulties with the links, just let either
Yes.
Bungai or myself know, and we'll just drop
Yeah,
them over to you and make it quick and
absolutely.
easy. And Bungai, can you just tell, let me see what else we have here. Okay, so for the extra monies we talked about, I did just have one
Mhm.
last question that I was thinking before we sign off. But what is it for 2022 that you is your goal and your mission, in your work here?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so for 2022, my goal every year is always to have more supporters, more sponsors to support these girls because we always have girls on the waiting list. So I would love to see no one on the waiting list. So my goal is to continue to talk about this, to talk about my mission, and to spread the word out there to let people know that we are doing this and this problem, this issue is still going on in Zimbabwe. And we are looking for sponsors, we are looking for supporters, and like you said earlier, $25 a month will take one girl from the waiting list and put her in school.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to do a one-time $300, that covers for the whole year for
Mm.
one girl to stay in school for the whole year. Only
Wow.
$300. But again, if $300 one time is too much,
Right.
$25 will keep her in school for the
Right.
whole year. So my goal is to continue to add the number. We are now at 85, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to see the number going on, keep growing and growing and growing. And we also have some girls that will be graduating from high school and they will be going off to college or
Mm-hmm.
going off to technical schools. So I want to see more and more sponsors, and if people can help me share the word and spread the word about this, we'll greatly appreciate.
I love that. And I love the suggestion that maybe we could ask anyone watching if you could share this video, if you have
Mhm.
a link, if you can forward it or share it,
Yeah.
or and follow Bungai and
Mhm.
her social media,
Yeah.
um, and just maybe consider, for a couple Starbucks a month, you can
Yeah.
support a
Yes.
girl with her
Yeah.
education, and help keep her from ending up in a child marriage, which is
Yes.
the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Really inspired by Lucia.
Hmm.
Is that how you say her name?
Yes. Yes. It's Lucia.
And she's with you and everything that you do, and all your
Yes.
work.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
I feel like she's
Thank
with
you.
us tonight. She may or may
Thank you.
not know what you're doing, but
I know.
many girls do, and I'm
Yes.
sure she would be proud of
Yeah.
you, and
Thank
that she
you.
inspired that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for all you do to make the world a better place, Bungai. Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
me with you
much. I
tonight.
wanted to say thank you to you as well with your company, The Sexiest Beauty. And just like it says, the sexiest you that you can be. If I can also say that, for us ladies, normally if you look nice, you look, beautiful, your self-esteem goes up. And I just want to say thank you. And this is like a really great match, because what you do is also giving women and girls the self-confidence that we need, by looking, every time I apply lipstick on, I'm like, yeah, I look
Yeah.
great, I look nice. So I just want to say thank you, and also thank you for donating and supporting as a company, not just as you, but as your company, the Sexiest Beauty, because you said $5 will be given to AAYLF, $5 from each purchase that's
That's
made.
right.
And again, the link is on this video on our comment section. So I just wanted to say thank you to you as well. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Bungai. Thank you for that. And you're welcome. It's our pleasure. And I did also want to mention over $100 raised this week from the Sexiest Beauty and the partnership that we've been
Oh,
doing
great.
starting from
Yay.
Giving Tuesday. So that will go
Okay.
towards the goal as well.
Yeah.
And our community is really
Yeah.
supportive as well. And I know it means a lot to them to be able to, with the purchase
Mhm.
of a lipstick, that makes,
Yes.
as you said, them feel happy and look great, and
Mhm.
or anyone who makes that purchase. But then also it feels good to be giving back to an
Yes.
organization such as yourself. So
Yes.
I know our
Yes.
community loves this
Yeah.
partnership as well. So
Yeah.
we're very grateful for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for introducing me to your community. I'm glad.
Absolutely. And thank you for
Yeah.
having us on your platform that we can now reshare everywhere. And I
Yes.
know all of the links are in the chat, and I'll make sure they are in mine as well. You have
Okay.
the PayPal, you have all of the Zelle and the other links that you mentioned, the Venmo. We
Yeah.
also, I want to make sure that they have your social links, so I'll cut and paste them as well
Okay.
into, so people can follow you,
Right.
and I'll do that. I have them
Okay.
here. I'll paste them
All right.
in.
Sounds
And
great.
yeah, and
Thank
we'll
you.
just keep moving on forward, and looking
Okay.
forward to the 15th, which I know is when we want to
Yes.
reach our goal and make a happy
Yes.
Christmas, and
Yep. Yep.
and then on into
Thank you.
2022 and keep things going.
Yes.
So all the best
Yep.
to you.